Dang it, I hate it when that happens. I was saying beautiful things, Kathy. I am so sorry. I've been muted this whole time. Was I muted? Kathy, first off, many prayers for your brother and that the nodule biopsy come out clean, no cancer cells, that everything is fine and that he's not in a lot of pain from the biopsy and that the nodule is clear. I will keep him in my prayers. Thank you for telling us, Kathy. Good morning, Danny. Good morning, Miriam. Good morning, Irish. Good morning, Never in PA. They're usually pretty good about doing the public or the comments first, so you can kind of schedule it. Hey, Power Lies. Good morning. Hmm. Well, he means way more than any of these public meetings. That's for sure. And Kathy, I know Audit is kind of in meeting mode. She's actually talking to Duarte right now, but I'll pass it on to her also, Kathy. Duarte has such a nice smile. I don't mean to be like sexist or anything. He's just so darn good looking. Wonder how old he is. Maybe in his 40s. Hey, Haggis, there you are. Yep, I'm having comfort food snackies today. Old enough for a spanking, young enough for a spanking, right? 50, you think? Hey, Irish. Asking for a friend. Is he single or does he like Irish gals? We'll have to get Audit to ask him that. I'm surprised they're not on yet. TJ must not be doing it this morning. Public comment is 1 minute, yes. And then if you're going to do multiple agenda items, which I don't even know what's on the agenda today. Crunch, 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 sorry. It's not too hard to do a minute. You're welcome. Oops, that is not correct. Where did I put the Zoom link? I know I copied it. Copy link. What is on the agenda today? Number 1, bids for the Figura primary sewer rehabilitation. EPA. Clean Water SoCal. State Water Control Board, American Red Cross Training Services. Weed abatement. We could take that in several different ways. Aw, thank you. Thank you so much for the gifted memberships. Irish Mart, that was so sweet of you. Thank you. My son went to Costco for me the other day, you guys. And I said, get some snackies, get some munchies for snackies. And they had a Reese's peanut butter. Let me see if I can you see it? It's just little pretzel things with little Reese's and peanuts. It's very good. Addictive. Ooh, I hear the trash people going by. I may have to mute you if the dogs go nuts. Well, the Board of Public Works says it's on, but we're on the Zoom. It just gave a notification that it was on. What the heck? They're lying. Hi, Monica, if you are here. Hey, Eyes to See. How are you doing today, Eyes to See? Oh, we are ready. And I did. I got notifications a few minutes ago that they are live, and I don't see them live. They're not frozen. My audio settings are fine. I hope you're having a beautiful, beautiful, sunshiny day. Oh, yes, 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 that's right. Yeah, those body thetans are cute, aren't they? I have my little gray one, and I have my other one. This is my little wheelchair buddy. Oh, don't fall out of the wheelchair. No! Fell out of the wheelchair. Lost my, let me see if I can get him without falling out of the wheelchair myself. There we go, I got it. Sometimes it's hard to pick stuff up. Hey, Zima the cat. Okay, here's my little wheelchair Thetan, you guys. See my wheelchair Thetan? Hey, let's go. Yep, Mona House unless somebody else wants to host. And really the only reason I do is because nobody else has. But if somebody else wanted to, I'd be more than happy to give up the responsibility. Where are you, Board of Public Works? I'm shocked that you are not on. Aw, thanks, you guys. And my house is very accessible for you guys. Aw, thanks, Miriam. After a year of it, we should be good at it. Yeah, it's kind of a chilly day outside, but at least it's sunshiny. It's nice. Board of Public Works. Right? Are they trying to copy Herrera's hide and seek games? Oh, you guys, last night the CPAB meeting just upset me so bad. I felt so bad for audit. I just wanted to go in there and tell them off. Hey, Phyllis, good morning. Good afternoon, I should say. Oh, thank you, Miriam. Yeah, what in the world? Is auditing them in there yet? Yeah, she's in there. They're not live yet. Are they live on? They're really gonna make me go do this, aren't they? Let me see. I'm looking at theirs. No, they don't. They just have visual. I'm sorry, they just have audio. They don't have visual on their one. Can somebody maybe go into audits and tell her that she should tell TJ that we can't see anything on Zoom yet? Please, please. And she said hi to Corsan too. Yeah, she's in the room, I see. But maybe she can go up and tell TJ that the Zoom isn't on yet. That's just really, really weird. I know, Haggis. It is so nice. having all of us call in. Audit's back there flirting with the security. Let me turn this up a little bit.
My name is Mistress Shaniqua Goddess Onisha Maga Karen. I am here to support Los Angeles Figueroa sex workers. For so long, our sisters and brothers in the Figueroa prostitution community have been forgotten, and this needs to stop. We need healthy Figueroa prostitutes so our single man can have a chance to experience what sexual intercourse feels like.
Oh my God, no, we're not reading that, Audit.
Have me read this. I'll do it. I don't give a crap.
Oh no, you can't read that. Oh my God. That would be funny. Not funny. But we can't get in, we're not in the Zoom, you guys. Should I go out and try and get back in? Anybody else want to try and get in and see if they can get in? Here, somebody try and see if you when you go in. That's the zoom off from the.
See that? Why do you be so hostile?
There we go. I did, but she's in the back of the room, so she didn't say anything to anybody. I think TJ's not there. All sorts of bright, sunshiny lights coming through today.
Good morning to our attendees who are joining us here in the board's hearing room. If you wish to offer comment, for those members of the public who wish to offer commentary on any of our agendized items or public comment, please fill out a speaker card located in the back of the room. Indicate your name and which item you'd like to speak on.
Thank you. Someone have a
submit
pen?
it to me. I'll record your information for the record and call upon you when we reach your item. Good morning as well to our attendees who are joining us on the virtual platform. If there are any members of the public who wish to offer commentary on any of our agendized items on the Zoom platform, please raise your hand at this time, and I'll go through and ask which item you'd like to speak on, or if you'd like to speak on public comment. And we'll start with Children's Voices Matter. Good morning. Good morning. We'll come back to Children's Voices Matter. Gigi, good morning. Good morning.
I just want general public comment.
Very well. I have you down for public comment. Good morning. Can I help you? You'll have to ask Mr. City Attorney. Jill, good morning.
General public comment.
I have you down for public comment. I'm going to go ahead and lower your hand. Lurker, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Would you like to offer public comment?
I would love to. Please and thank you.
So, has the meeting started?
I'm going to go ahead and put you back on mute and lower your hand. The meeting has not yet started.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Now, public comment gets
Merge them.
How many more?
Merge them. Good morning. I'm sorry.
Hi, teacher. It's Miriam. Yes, I would like to give a public comment. Thank you.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Can you please speak slowly and clearly into your device?
Yes, public comment. Thank you.
Thank you. I have you down for public comment. I'm going to go ahead and lower your hand. Put you back on mute. Mona, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Good morning,
Receiving
Mr. Knight.
audio input from you, Mona.
Yep. Good morning. Public comment, please.
Very well. I have you down for public comment. Mona, I'm going to go ahead and lower your hand.
Thank you.
ASL interpreter Brian.
Yes, general public comment, please.
Very well. I have you down for public comment.
Thank
you. I'm going to go ahead and lower your hand. If there's any other members of the public who wish, Bridget Riley. Good morning.
Good morning. General public comment.
Very well. I have you down for public comment. I'm going to go ahead and lower your hand.
Hey, Joe Bananas.
If there's any other members of the public who are joining us.
Hey,
and
Peter.
I see Carla has raised her hand. Good morning, Carla.
Good morning. How are you?
Morning, Peter.
Can you please speak clearly and
Yes. Can you hear
loudly
me?
to your device? I can hear you. It's muffled
Yes.
though. Can you please speak slowly and clearly into your device? Would you like to offer public comment this morning?
Yes, please.
Would you like to offer public comment this morning?
Yes.
Thank you. I have you down for public comment. I'm going to go ahead and put you back on mute and lower your hand. If there's any other members of the public who wish to offer commentary who are joining us on the Zoom virtual platform, please raise your hand at this time. I'll call upon you and see which item you'd like to speak on. If there's any members of the public who have not already done so and wish to offer general public comment, please fill out a speaker card located in the back of the room, indicate which item you'd like to speak on, and submit it to me.
Never in from PA.
I have
Nobody
a speaker card from Marini, and I would like to ask clarification. So I have general and agenda. So that if you could please indicate whether you wish to offer general public comment, and then if you wish to offer commentary on our agenda items, which agenda items? Okay, thank you. If you could please clarify that the next time you submit a speaker card, that'd be great. Thank you. And so in the room, I have Marini, I have Audit LA, I have Trump and symbol 0, and then I have Mike Greenspan.
Did somebody call me?
Good morning, Children's Voices Matter. Would you like to offer public comment this morning? Good morning, Children's Voices Matter. Would you please speak clearly and loudly into your device? I'm going to go ahead and put you back on mute. I'm not receiving any audio input from you. DJ's Market, would you like to offer public comment this morning?
Yeah.
I have you down for public comment. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and lower your hand. I'll make one more attempt to see if I can establish audio input from Children's Voices Matter. Children's Voices Matter. You should be receiving a pop-up asking you to unmute. If you would kindly unmute and identify yourself and which item you'd like to speak on.
Yes, please. General comment.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have you down for public comment. I'm going to go ahead and lower your hand. The public commenters I have on the Zoom platform include our Children's Voices Matter, Gigi, Jill, Lurker, Miriam, Mona, ASL interpreter, Bridget, Carla, and DJ. If there's any additional members of the public who wish to offer public comment who are joining us on the Zoom platform, please raise your hand at this time. Identify yourself for the record and which item you'd like to speak on. We should get started with the meeting momentarily.
So there's 4 people in person and they only take 10.
Take away
So-
from anyone on Zoom. So if somebody's going to lose a spot on Zoom, I'll forfeit my public comment. Mr. Knight, I want to forfeit my public comment if they're not able to get to everybody because you have 10 on Zoom, it sounds like. I don't want to be, bump anyone.
So I would like to make an announcement that I received multiple speaker cards on public comment on all items, and it looks like it's from the same commenter that is against the board rules. I'll make a note of that for the presiding officer.
No, honestly, you're not going to be able to on Zoom. They'll skip over you and count your minute anyways. It won't matter because you can't give it to the next person. So let's go, don't do that. Then we'll only have 9 minutes total.
This meeting is being
We are
recorded.
now in record mode, President Corson.
Welcome everyone to the Board of Public Works meeting for Wednesday, March 19th. Mr. Knight, if you'd like to take roll and establish quorum for us, please.
Yes, good morning, President Corson, Vice President Chavez, President Pro Tem Grant, Commissioner Kang, and Commissioner Mitchell are present. We do have a quorum. We are joined this morning by City Attorney Representative Thomas Costello Vega. I'm TJ Knight with the Board of Public Works. We have President Corson. We have 10 speaker cards under public comment on the Zoom platform, and we have 4 speaker cards in the hearing room under public comment. We also have multiple agenda item comments from those 4 commenters here in the hearing room. We have no neighborhood council commentary this morning.
Thank you. We'll start with general public comment. General public comment is an opportunity for the public to address the board on public interest items, and we provided for up to 1 minute per person for a cumulative total of 10 minutes for the general public comment segment of each regular meeting. Testimony shall be limited in content to matters which are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the board, and the board may not take any action on matters discussed during the public comment period. We do have our city attorney here on hand who will ensure you stay on time and within topic. And we'll start with the speakers in the room. We'll start with Marini.
Walk fast. They already started your time.
Good morning, board. To start off, I just want to say, first and foremost, you have a unlawful street closure trying to happen under the name of Scientology. Daniel Reardon and Bill Delvac are trying to do so. They're slandering countless protesters and activists, actively calling them falsely so as people that are physically violent. They're not. In fact, in June, there was a dentist by the name of Daniel Reynaldi who literally punched the protester. He was a Scientologist, just straight decked her in the face. He got arrested. Countless other physically violent incidents by Scientology. The fact is that that street should be used as a revenue source for the city. they are unlawfully putting up no parking signs, you should be installing parking meters there, as well as finding them for their violation of the blockade of public right of way. They owe you over $1 million. Thank you.
We'll go next to Audit LA. Okay, well, I can come to you after the Zoom. There's one more speaker, two more speakers in person, and then I can come back to you after that or after the Zoom speakers. Okay.
I'd rather. I don't want to take away from you.
Okay, thank you. Mike Greenspan.
Mike
Radar.
Greenspan. Soberoff's yes bus. There he goes again, sounding like he did in his failed attempt for mayor. Look at his past record. Yes, he was on an oversight committee monitoring the expenditure of LAUSD school repair Prop BB bonds. Yes, the committee looked for sites to build new schools. Yes, the committee was interested in buying the Van Nuys Drive-In. Yes, Soberoff pulled out his real estate license and sold the property to Christian businessman, Englander supporter, and concerned citizen Bert Bachman. Yes, Bachman flipped the property at our expense, an ill-gotten gain. Yes, that is how Stevie Soberoff operates, with his late buddy Bertie Bachman to line their pockets. You want to know what I think about this? It sucks a dick, like this one. And we need to get Satakoy and Lancashire repaved on both sides and do something about that dip on Satakoy. Thank you.
Okay, moving on to Goat Puppet.
Watch your ears.
Go ahead. So anyway, you cocksuckers came out and you restored the street lights on 8th Street, but only on the north side between Hoover and what's the other street? Alvarado. Alvarado. But you didn't do the south side of the street. All the street lights are still dark. What's wrong? How come you won't restore our street lights? And then we're going to come up with another major complaint. It would be the underpass at the 10 freeway in Hoover. It's been taken over by gangs and drug sellers and human traffickers. No street lights at all. And there's been 39 complaints filed to get them turned on. Why does the Board of Public Works discriminate against people who are brown skinned? And you give the money over to the white skinned area? I just talked to Tracy Park in the elevator. Ask her what we talked about.
That's
Fuck
1 minute.
You.
Okay, we have a bunch of cards from the same person who's also Goat Puppet and a bunch of other things. So you've already spoken.
Oh, okay, fuck you, yes.
Power lies.
Puppet. We're taking back our streets. Fuck the cult Scientology. And the reason, because Obama fucked the niggers for 8 years.
Oh,
This
warning.
fucking... Is he a president or is he a puppet like me? I don't know, but the truth is, you guys are puppets because you have to put up with my puppet shit. And that's to tell the facts. The facts is Scientology has this shit on our fucking sidewalk and streets, and I'm disabled. And I demand the goddamn city to replace and repair all our fucking sidewalks and streets because I plan to save America with Herman. That's right. And we're going to take back our fucking streets and we're going to put back our fucking street lights with the Goat Puppet. In addition to that, fuck the nigger Obama for those 8 years. Yeah, somebody said he will stab a 50 caliber to his head soon under Baghdad's.
That's 1 minute.
Oh, it's public records.
All right, I believe that puts us at 4 minutes with 6 minutes left for general public comment. Ada LA, did you want to speak now or? Okay, we'll go to the Zoom platform.
Very
Thank
well.
you.
Thank you, President Corson. We'll go ahead and start with Children's Voices Matter.
Hello, everyone. First of all, I wanted to say I'm sorry I didn't answer right away. And I apologize for the use of the N-word. I think that's disrespectful. I would like to propose that L. Ron Hubbard Way be renamed in honor of all the abused children in Scientology then and now. So many have taken their own lives. We must honor the children. Thank you. I yield back my time.
We'll move next to Gigi.
Can you hear me?
Go ahead.
Okay, first off, shout out Smoke and Scan. What's up? Okay, I agree with what Marini was saying in person about getting the metered parking on L. Ron Hubbard Way between Sunset and Fountain. Recently, a couple days ago, the city of Clearwater, Florida, basically sold a street to Scientology for like $1.3 million. If they're coming to you for a street vacation on L. Ron Hubbard Way, they need to add 2 digits to that or do not accept it. You need to worry about getting money into the city, so I get that you would jump on something with a high offer, but think of all the money they owe you already. Collect their fines, find new fines for legitimate things that they're doing wrong, get metered parking, and have them give your city money that way through the fines that they owe you guys. Do not sell L. Ron Hubbard Way. Thank you. I yield my time.
We'll move next to Jill.
Please do not allow the scourge of Scientology to affect your city by making it a Vatican city and selling off that area, L. Ron Hubbard Way, of the cult of Scientology's street they think they own to you. You don't let them buy you off by letting the lobbyists come in there and pay you off. That's absolutely disgusting and should be illegal because there should be a separation of church and state. And if you do, and we find out, just like they released the JFK files today, there's going to be files released and all of your names are going to be written all over it. Do not buy into that. Do not be bought off. Do not whore yourself out to a cult. Bye.
Lurker, good morning. Go ahead.
Good morning to you. I have a major concern about the so-called public meeting that was closed off to the public last night. We waited all day yesterday for that meeting. Please and thank you. Take notice. I yield back my time.
We'll move next to Miriam.
Yes, I need to second regarding the street vacation of L. Ron Hubbard Way. So 2 days ago, Clearwater, Florida, City Council sold that piece of road to Scientology based on a false promise of improving the city's vitality and creating parks and so forth, based on a video that Scientology showed to the city council. So basically, there's no contract in place for them doing their part of the promise that they have done to the city council. I really hope this is not going to happen also in Los Angeles, because whatever they are promising you, it's all lies. And you'll notice too late if you're going to go forward with the street vacation. That's all. Thank you.
Mona M. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Knight, and thank you, commissioners. Hello again, it's me, Mona. 2 things. The no parking signs on L. Ron Hubbard Way are illegal and shouldn't be there. People should be reimbursed for tickets or fines that they've had all of these years of parking on there, and the enforcement. The second piece of that is the street vacation. We know, we've seen them through the CPRAs, that Bill Delvec and his law firm has been coming in to lobby for the street vacation. That is a main artery for the city, for the hospitals, and for the public. Thank you, and I yield back my time.
President Corson, that is exhaust the 10-minute allotment for public comment for this morning's meeting.
Okay, we'll close the general public comment portion for today's meeting. And
y'all need to stop letting people use that N-word. It's disrespectful. I don't give a fuck what y'all say.
I apologize for that interruption.
The board will provide an opportunity for members of the public wishing to speak on more than one item during the multiple agenda item comment for up to 1 minute per item for a total of 3 minutes. This is the only time to speak on more than one agenda item. And we'll start with Audit LA.
Everybody. Shout out to the Smoke and Scan family who is joining us today. They're huge, and it makes me really happy to know that the city meetings are branching out. So welcome, Smoke and Scan. Okay, I'm talking about bids. I've been talking about bids for a long time about, it seems like you guys take the, well, I guess you're forced to take the lowest bid, which, it makes sense. It sounds good in theory, right? Take the lowest bid because it costs the city the least amount of money. And so I support that idea and concept, but there needs to be better oversight in the fact that you need to, because what happens often is that they come back to the trial for more money. It's like, okay, we did our bid, we got the lowest bid, but now we need $10 billion more because, we need to make it, a wee bit fancier. We need to make it like Disney. We don't need Disney. We need infrastructure that works. If you, like I said, you could always bring Disney or other entities in to provide money to make it Disney-esque. I think it's a great idea because you turned in our water reclamation into like a Disney park, and which is fun. It's great, but I don't want to pay for it. Neither does Smoke and Scan. When it comes to, so be careful with these bids, have better oversight. And with expenditures and stuff, yes, we have to pay our bills. You have to do all that. But in the meantime, you have all these bills, right? And a good way to bring money in would be to collect the fines. Like I see a lot of fine forgiveness, and there's so much money on this agenda right now. So I'm on all topics right now, Mr. City Attorney, that you could, like we said, we pulled out where you could get money by putting in parking meters on L. Ron Hubbard Way because it is it is not a no parking street. They've been lying to the city, and the city's been buying it. Believing it, and from allegedly. And so you can also collect the fines. There's a lot of fine forgiveness, which shouldn't happen when we're so broke. I think Smoke and Scan would agree with that, right? Collect the funds that you can collect. And when it comes to the sidewalks and all that, we've already brought like the one on Figueroa. I mean, not Figueroa. That's a 3-inch shrimp over there, shirt guy. On Fountain. I can't go down a whole city street. Like I said before, it creates a moat that like Scientology wants this moat. They want this street that a sidewalk that they want the streets. Obviously they want to, privatize it so we can't go down there. But why should there be an entire block that I can't access in a chair? I have almost flipped out of my chair, and I did get stuck there, and I needed somebody to unlock my chair and push me out of it because it was that big of an egregious. I'm sorry, I'm a little tongue-tied today. I'm really excited about Smoke and Scan being here with us. And that's the truth. But that needs to be fixed.
3 minutes.
Thank you.
All right. Next up, we'll go with Goat Puppet.
Yeah, foul language.
My understanding is that you're trying to preserve water, but goddamn water is no longer going to be safe because last night in my dream, the Lord sent me Enoch to tell me that soon destruction and chaos and turmoil is going to happen to this world because you've turned it into a den of criminal activity, and God hates you and you're all going to hell over water. Then we go into this shit on safety.
Why do we have the occult Scientology taking our goddamn streets when we should have OSHA down there to ensure that the safety of every pedestrian is equal access? Why is that? Why can't we have equal access? One white nigger on the other side and a fucking wetback on this side getting the same access to a fucking sidewalk and street, Mr. Vahad. You scratch your head thinking about it, but you should pay attention. It's very important for our safety. And if you don't understand what Obama did for 8 years, what about the other dumbass president, the 46th one, that created all this infrastructure problems? That's the reason why I was told in my sleep that God hates you. And you're all going to be destroyed with your children. And little Jenny's kids are going to say, but mommy, why does God hate us too? Because you're evil. You're fucking evil. I want my goddamn curbs and ramps in Boyle Heights on Soto Marengo. Warning after warning. I'm going to take your fucking ass into courtroom and ask for a jury to decide whether or not you violated my civil rights, the rights of the lady behind me in a wheelchair, and any other person whose civil rights are violated by your goddamn safety rules here. What the fuck? You're training people on OSHA for $23,000. I can train you for free, pro boner. But instead, little Jenny there doesn't understand that. Her children, like God said to me, will have to die with the rest of us because God's going to clean the world of its evil inhabitants because it's evil. Every day I walk in the street, it's evil. We just got another stabbing on the bus. You think it's fucking safe? That's why I need my curbs and my ramps and my ramps and my curbs so I can fucking cross the street and avoid those situations. Otherwise, what kind of white nigger am I to you if I can't speak out and voice my opinion? As far as I'm concerned, America's fucked. 8 years of Obama, 4 years of a dumb idiot Biden, and now Trump is regulating new scum. God bless Trump.
All right. Mike Greenspan.
Mike Greenspan. Okay, let's first start out with number one. Yes, we're looking at probably very neglected, at least 21 or 22 blocks worth of sewers, $8,175,638. Now, the bids are going to be taken, and it's probably a long overdue project, but I think it's going to cost more than $8 million. We have this terrible habit of lowballing numbers on estimates. And it's been one of my pet peeves. And it's not just public. It's private. I mean, one of our showcases from the past, the Bradbury building, why, that was only double the original estimate. And I read a little history about it. And the guy who decided to do the Bradbury building consulted a Ouija board and was told it would make him famous. Well, I guess we forgot the part where it was double. So let's say this was double. Would we be looking at 16 million? I'm just saying we have a terrible tendency to underestimate projects. And that's sad because in a budget crunch, it'll hurt. It'll stop projects. It'll delay projects until you can find more money. Now, let's go on a couple of others. Number two. Oh, yes, we're modifying an agreement with Water Infrastructure Finance and Innovation Act loan agreement. $38,750 of our taxpayer money. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. We seem to be giving it away like it's water. Once again, are we underestimating things and now having to pay the piper because we haven't got our math skills proper? This city is very bad on its math. I can say that. And with people like Paul Koretz having been on council, it only makes it worse because he thinks money grows on trees. So once again, you have underestimated. Now you're giving more money. Now let's look at the third one. Oh, look at that. $55,000 for renewing the membership with Bureau of Sanitation 2025 Clean Water SoCal membership. And that'll be from July 1st of last year to June 30th of this year. And once again, those are expensive dues. And what are we getting for it? Are we getting anything? Oh, a big hole in our pocket. More deficits in LA. Money that we could use for other projects. Things like maybe paving roads, like in my neighborhood. Pothole-filled roads that need to be repaved. Instead, we're just spending it on dues. Look at the next thing. $63,450 to the State Water Resource Control Board annual fees for wastewater discharge. Fees. And the projects aren't getting done. That sucks. A big one.
That's 3 minutes.
All right. Next up is Marini.
Shout out to Smoke and Scan. Listen, I'm going to keep this very to the point, okay? Number one, you're talking about estimates of budgets. You know how you can get more money? It's actually quite simple. You don't need to tap into any expenditure accounts. There's two great streams. One is to issue penalties for the fact that Scientology has violated 5611 and 5612. Each of those violations, $2,500 per violation per day. Each violation.
Speaker, just a reminder to stick to the agenda items. Thank you.
Is that correct? 5611, 5612. City Attorney, you have it here on record. You can clarify. I did the math. This $8 million you're requesting, at least 2 of it can be covered just by those fines alone. And not only that, 647 PC is a criminal misdemeanor that you can fine them with for each charge. Moving on to number 2.
Please stay on the agenda topic, sir.
Moving on to number 2. Why are you going after a specific appropriation fund? Why are you not tapping to yet another 2 streams of revenue? You have parking fees that you can get via legitimate means. You don't have to harass people. You can simply install meters and you can legitimately obtain it. That's a fact. It's a public street on L. Ron Hubbard, and that's a fact. You can get money legally that way. You can also prosecute them via, again, $2,500 a day per violation. Per day, each one is a new charge. Okay? Do the math. $2,500 to over 250 planters, and you can backdate it.
This is your last warning to stay on topic, otherwise you're
to number 3.
Asked to leave.
Okay? You have yet another $55,000 expenditure that you're costing. Why are you not even soliciting any CIS reports? And why is it at the bonk meeting for the Board of Neighborhood Councils, it was discovered the East Hollywood bid, okay, led by yet another Scientology affiliate, Jeff Saranum, who's not holding these meetings for over 3 months now, and they're discussing some of these very same projects over 3 months. 3 months. How can a neighborhood council bid who's discussing these very same projects?
You're not staying on topic. Mr. Knight, please.
That's a disgrace.
Mr. Security Officer, would you please come up and escort the gentleman who's currently speaking from the room? He's been ejected from the room.
Great.
Henry.
Sir, please. Escort him
Their mic is cutting out.
out of the building. Oh.
If you like, I can go contact Security Services, LAPD, to escort.
Sir, this is your last warning. Thank you. I think he is leaving the room. We'll go with Go.
Ear warning
Yes. Now look at number 6. This is my motion. Did you know, assholes, that you allowed weeds to reach 20 feet high in the Sepulveda Basin? And you did that. Look at this. Your ponytail's leaving. Your enforcer's gone now. And you see, are you going to abate the weeds in the Sepulveda Basin this year? Or are we going to have 5 fires a day like last year? You dumb cocksuckers. Because you also did not abate the weeds in the Pacific Palisades area near the reservoir. Somebody filed a complaint about that last year. Did your Board of Public Works give a fucking shit? No, of course not. And there were Jews owning land that did not abate their weeds despite warnings from building and safety. But because they're fucking Jews and because they live by the ocean, you don't enforce. You're like, okay, well, we'll just allow them to get another hedge fund theft and then when they get the money, they can hire a private contractor. Yada, 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 yada. Meanwhile, people who are poor living in the Angeles Crest are getting warnings that they could be fined $2,000 a day if they don't abate their weeds at their cost before June 30th. Let's give the county a hand. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Now, you realize
I
that
agree. It's
I'm not for big
disgraceful.
government. I'm not one of these Doge assholes, but really, people, you don't abate your own weeds. And the woman in charge of weed abatement, her name is Councilwoman Moni Cow Rodriguez. She's the one that operated the Public Safety Committee, now headed by ethics violator and FBI target staffer B, known as John Lee. Why don't you put an FBI target under investigation for the rest of his life in charge of public works? You know, when those FBI agents come knocking on your door, they follow you the rest of your fucking life. You can't go to Bank of America and cash a $20 check without the Treasury Department writing a suspicious activity report. And all of you will also be on the same FBI radar. How's your bank?
Speaker, please stick to the agenda items. Thank you.
I just want to know if Coruscant has any extra lottery winnings lately, a new car in the garage, how things like that. So again, you guys are just the absolute worst of the worst. State water, number 463,000 for the resource board fee. For wastewater, needles in it. You want to touch that for only $64,000. The services provided have to be 20 times that much. Fuck you and fuck the mayor that appointed you. I'm going to talk to her about having all of you removed.
That's 3 minutes.
Except for Mr. Grant. I'll give you another chance.
All right, Mr. Knight, do we have any hands raised for multiple agenda items?
We have, so I've taken the commenters on the Zoom platform's information about whether they wish to offer public comment or a multiple agenda item comment. When I went through that exercise, no one indicated they wish to offer multiple agenda item comment.
Hey, we're closing that. I get so icky when people talk that way. I know it's free speech. I know they have the right to say something. But ick. It's just gross. It's not needed. I know he looks really, really, really familiar, doesn't he, Haggis? It is wrong because of the generalization. Because Henry kept going off topic. Even though he was given the one warning, he stayed on topic more than Henry did. No, you wouldn't. In the Chicago meetings, in any of the meetings that we've been to, that type of language is completely barred. I know in the Chicago meetings, you can't even say damn or shit. They stop you right there in your tracks. And don't even start it at Salt Lake City. They don't say any bad words there either. I just can't imagine Goat Puppet or Dick Tracy, going into one of their meetings. That would be, they'd 5150 you. Okay, you guys. Well, that was done. I need to go get ready for a couple more. Yeah, I know. He does. He looks so familiar. Do you want me to turn the audio back on? Let's see what he's talking about.
To look for additional funding sources to help us move the program forward. Also, staffing is starting to hurt us right now, especially with our sister bureau, the Beer Streets Lighting. who needs to review and improve electrical plans that connect powers to our shelters. And because they currently have a lack of staffing, we're not able to get the production or get the number of approved site plans per week to keep up with that 5 to 6 site constructions per week. So we're trying to work with them to resolve that. We understand next year's budget is not looking great, but we're still trying to figure out how we can work around that and help our sister agency advance our site plan reviews for electrical consumption. Outside of that, I've completed my report. I'd be glad to take any questions.
Thank you, Lance. Really appreciate all of the efforts you put in over the last few years on this item and your diligence in keeping us up to date. And we're just working with the council offices and the community members. Don't think we'd have make it this far without you. And I like how you and Sahag are matching outfits, same suit, same color tie, same shirt, but he doesn't have a pin. So you got to work on that.
Okay. Apparently we didn't know who he was. His name is Lance. Thanks, Amy and Joe. We're all thinking along the same lines. Lance. His name is Lance. Now we know. Okay, you guys. I'll talk to you later. Have a wonderful, wonderful sunshiny day.